If you're ready to run it up as a medical courier, but you just don't know where to get started, what to do, this video is exactly what you need, okay? I'm going to give you all of the information that you need, from the websites to the certifications, and walk you through it step by step so that you'll have everything to start getting this money. Now is your time to shine and run it up. No degree needed, no special experience needed. All you need is a reliable vehicle and a few other things that I'm going to walk you through in this video. Hello, my honey buns. It's your gal Lou, or you can call me Miss Honey. And listen, in this video, this is like a follow-up video because I have read each and every last comment on the previous one, on the last top 5 that I did, and even the top 10 that I did. And I want you to know that I read the comments and I understand. And so there are certain things that I went over in the video, but for some people it's just not enough details and you need a little extra help and a little bit more information. I got you. I'm going to hold your hand and walk you through it step by step, okay? So for my people that had the questions about the certifications, the websites for the certifications, all those things, the background checks, how to actually apply on the websites, I am literally walking you through it all on this video. So go ahead and sit tight, get you a pen and paper, or pull up some tabs, because I'm giving you everything you need in this video. All right, so before I get into all the details, for my people that are new here and maybe you didn't watch the previous videos, just a little quick rundown of what a medical courier is or does. You will be delivering important medical supplies, tools, lab specimens, all those type of things, equipment, you name it. You will be delivering that to either clinics, pharmacies, hospitals, doctors' offices, those type of places. All right, that's where you would be doing your deliveries to and from. And you'll be picking up very important packages that, like I said, contain important medical items. Okay, so as a medical courier, you have a very essential job. It's important that you are professional. It's important that you take your job seriously. And also, due to the significance of this gig, you're able to truly run your money up. Okay, so it does pay better than typical delivery gigs might, you know, like food delivery or ride share. You have the opportunity to run it up a little bit more by doing gig work, and you can even make a business out of this. All right, so that's just a quick rundown, and of course, if you're looking for more details on that part, you can always check out the other videos that I've done previously concerning medical courier work. All right, so like I said, in this video, I really want to touch on some of the frequently asked questions that I was seeing. So first, I want to go over the HIPAA certification. HIPAA is surrounded around protecting patient information, okay? So if you've ever worked in the medical field at all, or any type of job that might have something to do with people's sensitive information and data, health information, then you may have already went through some sort of training for HIPAA. But if not, that's pretty much what it is. You know, your HIPAA certification is just going to teach you and make sure that you agree and understand how to protect the client's data and information, and also the severity and basically importance of it. And so there are some companies that will train you for free, but there's others that expect you to have it beforehand. And I know for a lot of my people that are just ready to get to this money, or also understand how competitive this type of work is getting right now, y'all are like, listen, I want to go get my HIPAA certification before I even apply. And I honestly recommend that you do that, because it's going to show that you are serious. It's going to show that you understand the type of work you're doing. And also, it's going to put you ahead of the game in terms of people applying that may not have those things, you know. So if I was a company and I'm hiring you, I'm going to choose the person that already has the HIPAA certification, because I can get this person out here in the field faster, and we can get this work done. You know what I'm saying? So I do recommend getting the HIPAA certification out the way. Now let's go over some websites that you can get this taken care of at. You can go to HIPAAexams.com. And as you can see, they are a trusted HIPAA training source. All right, and they have accredited online training. There's many businesses that use them to train their employees, as well as you can go on the website as an individual and take your course on your own. And so if you scroll down here, you'll see their most popular courses. And the one that I would recommend is going to be the HIPAA training for healthcare workers. Now, if you want to go ahead and get the bloodborne pathogens out the way as well, you can take them together. HIPAAtraining.com. All right, so we're at HIPAAtraining.com, and you want to go over to products and go to HIPAA for individuals. All right. Once you get to for individuals, you want to click on business associates, and it's going to give you a breakdown of who this course is specifically for, which is any single individual who works for an organization that provides products and or services to healthcare providers and etc. So this is going to be perfect for medical couriers, and right now this one is priced at $29.99 and should take about an hour and a half according to their website, and they have a whole rundown of additional information as well. Or OSHAeducationcenter.com. Moving right on along, the background checks. I kept seeing questions about background checks. There are some companies that will cover it and pay for your background check. There's other companies that will deduct it from your check. And then there's some that will make you pay up front. Due to the fact that this is constantly changing, I don't want to go over each company and what their background check procedure will be. Instead, I recommend that you check with the company first if you're that concerned about what their background check process is. I think that some people were getting confused. You don't need to go get a background check on your own. That's not how it works. You don't present your own background check to a company, because you have to understand a lot of these companies have a particular vendor they already work with. So you can't just bring your own background check to them. It doesn't go like that. Now let's go over bloodborne pathogen certification. The reason why you need to get this is because you may be handling blood, urine, or tissue samples. And for my people that are easily disgusted, I don't want you to get traumatized and think, oh my gosh, like I have to touch this stuff. Not directly. Of course, they're going to be packaged up in containers, sealed up, but you still need some sort of, knowledge and training about it so that you know how to handle these items properly and understand the severity around it, because mishandling these things can not only affect someone else's livelihood, it could potentially affect yours as well and your health. So it's important that you understand what you're dealing with. So this is not something that's always required. It just depends on the company. And some companies, they will let you know if they require it, but I will say it's a good look to have it. So this is another one where I would say if you really plan on becoming a medical courier and taking it seriously, get this done on your own as well, because even if you find a company that's not requiring it, it's good to have this information. It really is. And you can quickly get this information online at redcross.org/take-a-class/bloodborne pathogens, and I'm going to have it here on the screen as well so you can see it. You can also find it on the National CPR Foundation.com. Also, if you drop down in the description of this video, I now have some links up for my people that want more information or any additional tips and things like that. You're going to find it in the description. I have links where you can go download the ebook. Right. Now let's go over carrier and or drive insurance. So there are some companies that will cover you while you're driving for them, but majority of the companies do require you to have your own insurance of some sort. And typically when you apply, these companies will ask you, do you have insurance on your vehicle? So it's good to have it, because at the end of the day, you're supposed to have insurance regardless. So even if you just have your regular full coverage insurance or whatever you have, liability, you need to have that. It's important that you're insured before you go applying for these jobs. Now, if you're interested in commercial auto insurance, you do have quite a few options. For instance, you could go with Geico, Progressive, State Farm. I mean, there's so many that you could go with. And there's also many independent courier insurances available online. I mean, so many. All you have to do is Google it, put in your information, you know, your zip code, where you're located, and you'll see so many options pop up. Now, some additional tips that I want to give you all concerning your certifications and documents, things of that sort. I do suggest that you keep digital copies of all of your documents and certifications that you have. This will help your application process go so much faster and smoother, so that you can easily upload these documents when applying. Also, something else that I want to tell you all, because I have seen some people getting discouraged due to the fact that being a medical courier is like a high demand job right now. It's been blowing up all over social media. You know, there's so many people. This is the thing. In this day and age, we have now entered an era where people are freely and willingly sharing information online. You know, nobody's really gatekeeping anymore. And so what happens is, you know, with the way the economy is set up right now, people that normally wouldn't have considered doing this type of work are now doing this type of work. And it does make it harder to get in. You know, one thing I noticed during the pandemic is that becoming a rideshare driver, or even like a delivery driver, food service, all that, was so backed up. I mean, wait list, and sometimes still waiting lists now, because there's so many people that have got into doing this type of work. You know, people are leaving traditional work, and they want the freedom to be able to do gig work. Some people want the money that's associated with it as well, especially when it comes to being a medical courier. And the freedom, you know, not having to sit at a cubicle all day, and not having people in your face all day. You know, you're able to move around and be free. You can vibe out in your car, listen to your music. It's so many reasons why people choose this. And it really ties back into overall well-being and mental health. You know, people get tired. Although the market is becoming very saturated, I don't want you to lose hope. There are many companies that are still actively hiring, actively taking applicants, okay? So know that there's a space out here for everybody. And I don't recommend applying for just one company, due to the fact that, you know, being a medical courier is in high demand right now. I would recommend that you apply for multiple companies. I'm not saying you have to apply for 10 off the rip, and I do have a video listing 10 companies for you, but I would say at least apply to 2 to 3 and give that some time. And then if nothing shakes, then apply to more. Now, if you are in desperate need of this work, go ahead and apply for all of them. Heighten your chances. And sometimes, listen, you can go the old school route with some of these companies and reach out to them directly. Call over the phone and speak to someone over the phone, and you'd be surprised how far that can get you. Just being kind, genuine, and professional, and going that extra mile that some people may not be willing to go. You know, or even getting connected. Communicate with people, network on social media. When you see us posting these videos, hop in these comments and network. You'll be surprised how networking can also help you to land the opportunity. All right, so next I am going to walk y'all through how to apply on my top 5 websites that I mentioned in the previous video. Like I said, I do have a video with 10, but I'm going to walk you through how to apply on the top 5, and from there you should be Courier. And as you can see here on their website, they say that they are hiring drivers. However, something that I did not specify in the last video that I want to let you know in this one is that Stat Courier currently is only hiring through Indeed. So what you'll need to do is go to Indeed.com, and you can type in Stat Courier positions and, you know, whatever city and state you live in, to see if they are actively hiring in your area. So I just want to clear up any confusion that there may have been about how to apply for Stat. As of right now, they are only accepting applications through Indeed.com. And this is also something that can be confirmed with Stat through their corporate number, as I have already confirmed that. So once you're on the website, you want to scroll all the way to the bottom and go to careers. Once you click on careers, you have a couple different options. You can hit here for check open roles, or you can just scroll down and go to sign up to drive. Now, something else that I want to let you know about Drop Off is the fact that they often post job openings on Indeed.com. So typically, if they're hiring in your area as well, you would see them on Indeed. But you can check here and look at openings that they have as well. All right, so next up is cbdriver.com, and their website is pretty simple. Literally, you're just going to find the contracts in your area. For example, if you wanted to apply for this one right here, you would click on it. Now, you do have to make an account, but once you're logged in, you'll be able to apply directly to this position. And it's really that simple with this website. You can also click here to contact them as well. They have a toll-free number, or you can send them an email. Associated Couriers, but they've rebranded. So this is the same company that I spoke about previously. It's just under a different name now. When you go to their website, you want to scroll all the way down here to the bottom where you see careers. And you can take a look at what positions they're hiring for in your area. As always, I want to thank you all for tuning in with me. I highly encourage you to lock in with me and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on any helpful resources that I'm dropping. Also, if you haven't noticed already, YouTube has a new hype feature. So if you're rocking with me, you're supporting me, you appreciate me, you appreciate my videos, I would appreciate if you hit that hype feature so that my video can reach more people and be able to help others. And I'm going to continue supporting y'all by dropping this information. Also, very soon I will be starting my memberships, and we will be doing lives. On those lives, you will have the opportunity to win giveaways. Okay, yeah, all I can say is just lock in. Make sure you have that bell tapped for the notifications so that when I start dropping these lives and the memberships and everything, you can hop in, because you just never know what you might win, what type of assistance you might receive. It's gonna be very fun, very exciting. And yeah, I'll see y'all on the next video. Bye.